foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the whole for leg, preaching his word in truth, sincerity. Right, to the speckled bird, as we know on this side of the hemisphere, right, in the Americas, as the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. And a healthy shalom to you, ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order. I say to you all, shalom. All right, so this is another one out of the People's Voice. Very good website, right? Informative, right? Alternative media, right? Because we can't really go off of what, Esau's media says, right? We got to take everything with a grain of salt, man, because even when he tells the truth, he lies. So here we have a news article, right? It reads, Bill Gates and the WHO call for military to round up Myrna vaccine refusers during bird endemic, right? Now, whether this bill, if it's real now or passes or not, this thing has been fact checked by the People's Voice community, right? And these people do really good fact checks, actual fact checks, not Facebook fact checks, which is biased and opposition controlled. This is the people's way of verifying. There's a lot of people here who would call these people out if it was off, right? Anyways, so that's what it reads. So let's read on it. It says Bill Gates has joined forces with the WHO in calling the vaccine refusers to be rounded up by the military, enforced, jabbed with MR to the NA during the next demic. You know what this reminds you of? Obviously, right? Revelations. Revelations chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Right? So, he is going to take away wages, right? Make it harder for you to get to work. A lot of people lost jobs in the first, rollout of the MR to the NA jabs. And, my wife including, she had to lose her job. She's in the medical field. And, a lot of people lost a lot, man. Not only that, you were alienated. You were, looked at less than. And, in the future, you're going to be an enemy of the state, even in the eyes of the people. Right? For verse 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, because the devil, right, Esau, Edom, right, the deceiver, the one who controls the earth, Job 9:14, right, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, right, because he has the power to do so, right. We are under his kingdom and his rulership, man, right. It says that ye may be tried, right. We're going to be tried of your faith, man. We're going to see who's who and who's what, man. Who, if you really about what you say you believe, man, including myself, man, Lord willing, I stay true and the right in the side of the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on that day, man, because we all need it, right? Right, it's of his mercy, not our own. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? Some of us will die in these circumstances, whether it be prison, Jacob's trouble, you know what I mean? But this man knows he has but a short time, man, and he's doing all these things, man, to make sure he puts a stronghold, that yoke of iron, man, much tighter on your necks, man. It says Gates and the WHO have ordered governments to lay the groundwork to mobilize the military because they claim that the VACC, you know what I mean, vaccine skepticisms is morally reprehensible, right? So they're saying that because you believe a certain way, right? Just because we believe in the scriptures, right? And scriptures trump anything that anybody could tell us that our morals are reprehensible, like meaning punishable. It says, and Maxine refusal is an act of aggression. It's wild, man. See, you're becoming an enemy of the state, right? Where they're gonna try to persuade the people to, you know, probably put hands on you, man, turn you in because you're not going along with the program. It says that must be met with force. This geeky dude, look at this guy. Let him go to your house and tell you that. Coward. He's known for doing the computer stuff, man. None of this medical stuff. He has no medical degree, nothing. How is this man even a part of legislature that has to do with anything medical? Right? It says before we dive in, wait, Salaki, that's not it. I'm gonna skip down to this paragraph right here if you can see the screen, everyone. All right. It says Bill Gates and the Dr. Tedros of the globalist World Health Organization have announced a new project to turbocharge the development and distribution of the MR to the NA vaccine for an apparently looming bird demic. However, the elite are rattled by the wave of vaccine skepticisms, which has spread around the United States, the world, in the wake of the disastrous C19 mRNA to the A says vaccine rollout. As some people refuse to submit to their vaccines, the elite are working on new and authoritarian ways to force their slew of new injectables into our bodies without our consent, right? This includes foods, right? One of the things in the air, water, things of that nature, man. However they could get it in, they're going to get it in, right? May Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have mercy on his men and the elect, man, which he will. Right? It says a prominent Bill Gates funded doctor has called for police forces and the military to be deployed as a part of an effort to deal with what the pharmaceutical elite are now calling anti-vaccine aggression. It's wild, man. Wow, this doesn't that sound like the new terrorist? Right? They're looking at people like this as terrorists, man. And some Edomites on the far right, might take it there, might show some aggression because they're proud. Which eventually they're gonna be taking guns too. It says according to Dr. Perez Hotez, a close associate of Bill Gates and Dr. Tedros, they are now pushing to get NATO on board with militarizing the next mRNA vaccine rollout around the world, right? So we talked about this. I have made videos and spoke on this. Other brothers have as well, man. Where the military here, it's gonna be basically either occupied somewhere else or not be doing these roundups, right? They're gonna use other forces from other nations because NATO is worldwide, right? They could easily recruit a NATO country and bring them here, and those people don't care about the people here. Right, it says the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have provided Dr. Hotez with tens of millions of dollars in funding to produce experimental vaccines, as well as lining his own pockets. Hotez used the money to develop the Corbevax C19 vaccine, which was administered in India, the country Bill Gates considers his personal laboratory. It's wild. Yet Dr. Hotez is terrified of having his pro-vaccine authoritarianism challenged in public. The Bill Gates ally is on record stating that anyone criticizing vaccines should be charged with a hate crime. Yes, really. The pro-vaccine elites do not like criticism and they do not like public debate. Joe Rogan invited Hotez to appear on his podcast to discuss the C19 vaccine controversy with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has been exposing the truth about the vaccine since it was first rolled out. The exchange began over Hotez sharing and promoting a Vice article that called on Spotify to censor Joe Rogan's show whenever he dares to criticize Maxine or question the official narrative. Right, so we got people trying to take food off Joe Rogan's plate, man, and that's how he feeds his family. They're trying to stop his wages for bringing out the truth. That's how man, these people getting exposed and they don't like it. Right? Once Rogan caught wind of what Holtez tweeted, he replied to him by offering to donate $100,000 to a charity of Holtez's choice if he would debate RFK Jr. on the show. Peter, if you claim what RFK Jr. is saying is misinformation, I am offering you $100,000 to the charity of your choice if you're willing to debate him on my show with no time limit. Holtez replied to Rogan, stating that he has his contact information. Joe, you have my cell, my email. I'm always willing to speak with you, the tweet read. Things took a quick turn once Twitter CEO, owner of Tesla, Elon Musk, jumped into the exchange saying that Holtez is afraid to face a public debate. He's afraid of a public debate because he knows he's wrong, Musk tweeted. Following Musk's tweet, hedge fund manager Bill Ackman replied, stating, I will add I will add $150,000 to Joe Rogan's wager. So now $250,000 can go to the charity and the public can hear an open debate on an important topic. So now, money is not an issue to these people, man. So you're not really gonna move anybody by adding numbers to it. Right? This fallacy that they're holding on to is worth way more than $250,000. Right? If you debate this, you crumble that whole thing, man. Over Trump change. So it's pointless to even try to offer money. Money has nothing to do with nothing. But I think it's funny that people are getting into it and putting the light into it. And yet it says, Hotel, who wants to use the military to round up and force jab at Maxine's refusers, will refuse to debate RFK Jr. on the topic of C-19. Right? Why are these far left authoritarians so confident in calling for an end to medical freedom and liberty in the U.S., yet terrified to have their ideas examined in public? According to Health and Human Services whistleblower, it is because they know that global elites are making moves behind the scenes to eradicate the freedom to dissent once and for all, rounding up millions of vaccine refusers and dissidents against the globalist agenda might sound like an impossible task until you understand the Biden administration has been laying the groundwork to make this a reality for the past 12 months. A whistleblower who worked for the Department of Health and Human Services has revealed that U.S. government, in collaboration with the World Economic Forum, and building secret detention facilities in 50 states capable of detaining millions of people, right? So they already rolling this thing out and they're already have it in place, man. There is no debating, there's no fighting, there's none of that, man. The Lord's gonna allow this devil to, put the pressure on the system, man, and bring out this MRAK, man. And that's all we're waiting for. Right? This is just a precursors to these things, man. Now I'm not gonna sit here and read this whole article, man, because shit, it's a lot. Right? But we got to the main point, man. See, this is what they're trying to do, man. They're trying to lock Jake up, man. So stay vigilant, stay true. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to those for elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And to you ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.